I called Neil Otts tonight, wished him Merry Christmas, and I told him I was going to do my best imitation of him and put it on my channel. I wasn't very good at it, but I got somebody that can get it done. Watch this.
How's it going? Man, I hope everybody's doing good. Christmas time is upon us.
Got this in the mail. You get these when you graduate Maverick's training academy. I'll explain why this is important in a minute. As I said, I was going to make a video about what I think of Maverick Transportation, top to bottom, inside and out. And this little key fob I showed you, it's probably an example. May not be the best example. Well, let's start at the top. I talked to a driver that works for another company, not hauling glass. He's been with their company over 2.5, well, it's going to be 3 years now. He's not making what I started at Maverick, starting pay. I talked to a glass driver in Canada that works for a U.S. company. He makes the equivalent of 49 cents a mile, 20-year driver. With Maverick's pay increase in January of 4 cents, I'm going to be right in the 70-cent range a mile. That's just, you ain't going to find that anywhere. Maverick pays their new drivers more than what a lot of companies pay their seasoned drivers. All the benefits are out there and available. I don't use any of the medical. Retired military, I have that. But you can, I think it's $4 a week. You can get, you can sign on with a lawyer firm. And they'll represent your wife too, if I remember correctly. Like if your wife goes out and has gets a ticket, they'll represent her and you. And that doesn't sound important, but look the way people sue truck drivers, truck companies. You just see their billboards all over the sides of the highways, all these ambulance chasers and bottom feeders. Maverick's pay increase is also going up for crossing into Canada, for live load pay. And I can only speak from the glass side. I don't know what the flatbed guys are doing. I do not know. But our pay is going up across the board. Pay for performance. I did a video on pay for performance. I've thoroughly discussed what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And somehow I'm maxed on 6 cents a mile PFP, and I really don't know how, because I've had the trailer issues. I've had late loads. Not late in delivery. Well, okay, late in delivery, but not of my doing. Okay, issues with the trailers or whatever, where they've had to reschedule or move delivery dates and times. The last load, they actually moved it up. It was supposed to be an all day, then it was 11, then it ended up being 9. I was there at 7:30 knocking on the door. But you can go back to the video where I discuss PFP in depth, and you'll know what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I think they should fix. Maverick employees. When you call as a driver, and even as a potential driver, and you talk to somebody at Maverick, is the most friendliest people in the world, most helpful people in the world. It just never fails. I've never got an attitude with them. And they're like anybody else. They have bad days, but they've never shown it. I've never had a problem with them. They're always the nicest people. Maverick drivers. We're kind of running through a period right now where Maverick drivers don't want to help Maverick drivers out. Don't know what's causing that. New drivers. Personal selfishness. I volunteer to help drivers out whether they need it or not. I'll go ask them, do you need some help? If they say no, I may stand around and talk with them, whatever, or go about my business. Now, if I'm over here doing my securements and whatever, I don't go ask them, because I'm not even done with mine yet. I need to get my stuff done, see if they need help. But I had 6 loads, 5 of them in a row. Maverick drivers sit in their trucks and watch me do tarps on a step deck. You don't have to help. I've helped the Wiley drivers, because if I can go up there and help the Wiley driver secure his stuff, he's out of the bay, I can get in quicker. And the same thing applies. If I'm working on my stuff and you come and help me, my stuff's done quicker. Most times I'm waiting on the loaders. My stuff's ready to go. This last load, the only thing I need to do was put away the styrofoam against the A-frames and I think 4 straps. I had everything else done by the time they got the glass completely off. And I rocked out of there. Maverick equipment. Maverick keeps their trucks about 3 years. I have a 21, I have a new one. I don't like that truck. I'm going to do a video on the truck. And there's parts of it that I could blame directly on Maverick wanting the loads of electronics in there. I guess the biggest part is getting used to it. I had my first ever accident, which wasn't a major accident. I banged a bumper because I didn't know how the system worked. They put the system on, and if something's on your right and you're making a turn, the alarm will go off. It was annoyingly loud, and I do believe they turned it down because it doesn't seem as bad. But I was under the impression that if it makes the alarm, if you correct and you're not going to strike whatever it is making the alarm, you're not going to hit anything. Well, where I had parked at, somebody had backed into the guardrail, the arm coat barrier, and pooched it out like this. The truck picked it up. I couldn't see it in the mirror down the corner. Couldn't see it in my spot. I couldn't see it at all, and I backed into it and gouged the bumper. Because the alarm sounded for like 3 seconds, I corrected off the steering wheel, pulled the nose of the tractor away, and still hit it. I thought once the alarm went off, it was clear. That's not the case. The alarm sounds for like 3 seconds, and the visual cue will be there. The red light will still be there. The other problem with that system is if I'm in the second lane and I go to the first lane, but there's a car in the exit lane, while my signal is on, it'll be alarming. It'll also alarm a lot of times if I'm doing a tight turn in a tractor. It will pick up the trailer and give me an alarm. If I'm in heavy traffic and I need to get over one lane, but there's a car in the 2 lanes over, it will, once I get to that lane or almost that lane, that alarm will go off for that lane. So there is that side of it. The other side of it was I was in the rain, raining pretty heavy. It was almost dark, and I went to change lanes and my alarm went off. And I'm looking in the mirrors, I see nothing. Nothing to spot, nothing to side, nothing. And a silver car came out. No headlights. I would have banged him. Would have hit him. The alarm saved me on that one. The on-guard system on the truck, it's better than my 16. My 16 would detect a bridge and hit the brakes. My 16 would, in a corner, would detect road cones where they were doing maintenance and hit the brakes. This truck just warns you. And if you don't react on it, it will take over for you. It will slam on the brakes. It's a good system. It's a better system than what it was on my 16. I never told the story. I'm going to try to keep this video short, but I was in Detroit, going around Detroit, and my on-guard went off and started alerting me, and I couldn't see anything. And but I got off the throttle, and whatever it was at was coming at me, which it wasn't actually. I was catching it. And it was like an 11-year-old kid on a mini bike on Interstate 75 wearing a gray hoodie and gray sweatpants at 11 o'clock at night. So I ended up getting hold of the cops. I stayed behind him with the 4-ways on. These people were flying. I almost got rear-ended a couple times with the 4-ways on my semi-tractor and trailer. They came and got him off the highway. Maverick terminals, all the terminals are real nice with the exception of, I would have to say, bottom of the list of places you don't want to stay at is Churchill. No laundry, no showering facilities there. And I've heard reasons as to why, and you know how rumors are. One of them is that being the fact that it's on a septic system, it can't handle the showers and the laundry. The other issue is that I don't think there's any room to expand there unless they go up. In other words, put a second story on what they had. Don't know. I just know they're not there. And if you want to go to the Pilot to do your shower and your laundry, at least your shower, it's pretty good hike. There's a laundry 2 or 3 miles down the road. Coin. It's a good laundry. It's very nice equipment in there. And right across is just one heck of a bakery, mom and pop shop. They make their own goods there. Yeah, it's the devil. Just driving by it, you put on at least 4 pounds. Sorry. Starter company. Is Maverick a starter company? We've had people with Maverick for many, many years. And if you leave Maverick because you think Maverick's a starter company or the grass is always greener, a lot of times it ain't greener. I had a lot of heartburn with Maverick for a while, but now that I'm really looking at other companies, the way they do business, especially the way they treat their people, there's a saying, people don't leave bad jobs, they leave bad managers, and that is a fact. You're treated like crap, you won't stay. I mean, you may go somewhere for a lot less money just because you know you're treated good and you get the things you need. I don't think Maverick is a starter company. I really don't. Unless you want to go owner-op or you want to swing doors. I mean, I don't think they're a starter company. I think they're a company you can stay with for many years. I do think that there needs to be a more initiative put on experienced drivers to stay. I don't know how their school works. As far as, does Maverick get money from the government for putting people through school? I don't know how any of that works, so I'm not even going to put conjecture on that. I do not know. But it just seems to me you would really like to keep your experienced drivers more, and you do a lot, whatever it takes to keep them, to an extent, of course. Fleet managers was another thing I want to talk about. My fleet manager's never driven a truck. And we didn't gel for a long time real good. We just couldn't communicate back and forth. I mean, I would send him a message, I'd never get a response. That seems to have changed. We seem to work a lot better together. I think all fleet managers should, if they've not ever driven a truck, they need to go out 4 weeks in a trailer truck. They need to go out and experience what the people they're overseeing are experiencing so they can relate better. Mileage. I'm averaging 24 right now for the last 5 weeks, 2,400 miles a week. Because I had a short week in there. I come home every 4 weeks. So that week was short. It was only 1,900 miles. That brought all my weeks down. If I knock him out, I'm 25 to 2,600 miles a week. That I run. I've never had over a 3,000 mile week. I've never had over. People do have them, but I would say guessing the average is in 25 to 2,700 miles a week. The other thing I want to talk about is the Maverick way. Maverick has a way that they do things. There's a way they secure everything. And if you follow the way they want their things secured, you will never get a load. You will never get cited for a loose load or unsecured load or under securement. Maverick actually teaches DOT at their training facility. Nobody hauls freight better, secures freight better. If you have a problem out, you have people to call. You have a glass securement hotline. You have a flatbed securement hotline. You can call safety. There's always somebody out there to help you if you just get this weird load. I just had this weird load. It was fat packs. They were 120 inches long and I think 3 feet high. Just long square glass. And they wanted to put 12 on my trailer. And the weight was okay. The width, because they're fat pack. And when I got done, when they put the third pack on the first set, I said, I don't think I can take them. So I went ahead and secured it in place and looked at it. My ratchet was outside the frame rail. You cannot have securements outside the frame rail. So I called the securement hotline, told them what was going on, how big the packs were, where they were at. He's like, yeah, you can't take them. You got to reduce that to 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. And so I told him, I said, I can't take those. I can reduce it. He goes, yeah, the last driver couldn't do that either. He couldn't take them either. So you got to watch that. They'll try to get it on there. They will try to get it on there. They try to put 47,500 pounds on a DG I was hauling a double drop trailer. I was hauling an 8 rated for that. I think it was rated at 45.5. I don't remember the exact number. I've got a sheet that tells me what the trailers are rated at. So I still took 11 packs, but instead of having 11 packs with 14 lights, they had 14s, 12s, and 10s to get the weight down where it was. Then when I go across the scale, I find out that the weights of all their stoses are off. I could have taken that 47.5 by their numbers because their weights are way off. I think I only ended up with 47.5. I think when I did the math, I was only at like 41,000 pounds, maybe 40,000, 41,000, somewhere in that range of glass weight. I could have taken that 47.5 because it wasn't really 47.5, but I go by their numbers before I get on trailer because I'm not going to secure all this stuff down, have to unsecure it, have them move or remove glass. You tell me that stove weighs 3,000. Okay, it weighs 3,000. I get on the scale, we'll find out it's different. About the last thing I want to cover is pets. No dogs in the trucks, no exceptions. Me, I don't care. I don't want Pickle with me running around because I have to sit in that truck, 8-10 hours a day driving. And that, to me, that's not life for a dog. They like to get out and run, especially Pickle. He likes his outdoors, and he don't want anything to do with that. So other than that, I got about nothing else. That kind of leads me to this little guy. You get these at graduation. They give you one. I lost mine. And the Maverick has a store where you can go in and purchase things, sweatshirts and safety gear and things of that nature. Not really safety gear, but let's say reflective shirts, things like that. They provide you the PPE you need. They have to by law. And B, because they provide you the safety gear. This wasn't available. I wanted to buy a new one. And the reason is I want to put this in with my challenge coins. I need to show them sometime. I've got, 100 challenge coins from all over the world, from Iraq and the UK, it's from Spain, it's from Sicily, and everywhere I was at in the military. And I wanted to put my key fob in there. So I went on to Maverick Answers, which is a Maverick Facebook page. As a driver, you can ask questions, and they answer them. The big wheels get on there and answer them sometimes, but we have a guy named Tim. He's just freaking outstanding dude. Everybody loves him. He sent me one. It was important to me. Could I live without it? Yeah, but that'll be nice in my challenge coin box with all my other coins, which is kind of what that is, challenge coin. But it's just the simple things like that. It's just the simple things like that. Maverick does take care of their people. I'm telling you, you won't find anybody not too many companies out there that do. They care. That's why I got on Maverick. I'm glad I came to Maverick. For the first 6 months, it was rough. I was job hunting. Man, I was job hunting like somebody looking out there for free cheese. And I'm still job hunting because I want to get home more. Not because I want to leave Maverick, because it's taken me a while to really figure out, they actually are a fairly good company. They really are. And, you could ask Neil. Neil no longer works there, but I know he doesn't have any heartburn with anybody that wants to go to Maverick Transportation because they are a good company. Do me a favor, post your questions below if you got any. I'll answer them. Like I said, I got no agenda, and I got nothing to sell you. I'm just going to tell you the way my life is out here on the road. And that's about all I got for now. Talk to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.